TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
You did. I think it really starts there tonight.
It does. The Toronto trip was tough, going up and back, but I thought our guys did a great job of bouncing back, and we talked about it earlier. What we got from that team, from that trip, was we played a similar team tonight, and we were ready.
Yeah, the resiliency as well, Coach. You've done it now. It's really become a pattern for your team. And as Minnesota was mounting the comeback, how you guys were able to stave them off, and of course you got the big shot at the end.
Yeah, big shot by Brandon. He was amazing tonight. Sharing the basketball, 9 assists, shooting the ball well, 6 for 7 from 3, and then he comes up with a big shot at the end, a shot that we needed. But I'm proud of all of our guys. This is a tough team, and they're getting better and better. They got a ton of guys that can come in and play. They can shoot the ball. They can drive. And for us to stick in there and be resilient like we were, that's a huge boost for us.
Yeah, on Brandon's shot that he made, was the plan for him just to curl around and get a shot from the top of the arc, or what was just the plan there on that one?
Yeah, the play was for Brandon. It was definitely to get the ball in his hands. They did a great job of just trying to take him away. We hit Jonas. Jonas made the next best play was to get it to Brandon's hands. He had the hot hand, and I was right behind him. I saw it. It was on target. Really good executed play. And then Josh having the awareness to know no timeouts. He's got to get the ball in, and we got to get a shot up.
Yeah, and just more of a big picture one, but we're at the midpoint of the season now. I mean, after your 3-16 start, this team is 12-10. Just how proud of you for you guys just sticking with it throughout this first half here.
I'm extremely proud. That's the message for our team, for our organization, for our guys, and it's a credit to them. Not the ideal start that we wanted, but every day our mindset is not on necessarily just the results, but trying to improve. And if we do that and we come in with joy, we compete, we work hard, play together, which our guys are doing, the results will come. And I think the guys are gaining more and more confidence.
And we've talked about it a few times this year. You started out the season 1-9 in those clutch situations where it's close in the end. Now you're 6-3 in your last 9 games like that. Just what do you think about the maturity your team has started showing in those end-of-game situations where you got to close it out and get the win?
We're definitely getting better, and that's the key for us. Tonight was an example of what we were talking about early in the season, losing a lot of close games. But we have to continue to give ourselves an opportunity, which we're doing. And if we continue to put ourselves in a position to win games, give ourselves an opportunity to win games, we'll do what we did tonight. That's 3-game winners this season, and we just have to keep doing that, working hard, competing, and at the last 3-4 minutes of a game, if you got an opportunity to win, that's what you want as a team.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. This one called Pelicans even up season series with the 128-125 win over the T-Wolves yesterday. Pelicans handled business. You can hear Coach saying play with joy, love, joy, peace, and it all good, as B.I. was able to bury several big shots in the game to take the Pelicans to of the land of victory. So much love to the fan. Appreciate y'all being in with us with this installment of the Pelican Post-Game Report. Please feel free to hit upon the like button. Hit the like button. Please feel free to subscribe and join the show. I'm Big Q chiming in. We got DC chiming in this thing as well. Much love to the flock. Appreciate y'all being in this thing as we're going to recap this thing and then preview the upcoming matchup against the LA Clippers. So with that being said, DC, let's get into the recap of this one last night, 128 to 125. Really fun game to watch. Pelicans have business in the end and finish up.
Yeah, they definitely did, man. They closed big. They got up in this game, and I thought they was gonna coast on home, man. And they let the Memphis get back in it, bro. And I felt like it was partially my fault because I was thinking in my head, man, they really did a good job on Andy Edwards. I said that at the top of the fourth quarter, Q. I'm like, man, that Andy Edwards ain't really did nothing tonight, dude. And he went to proceed to drop 18 points. I was like, God damn, I shouldn't have had that thought. God damn. I might have said it out loud, Q. But anyway, if that didn't happen, we wouldn't have had the amazing, spectacular, finale and B.I. hitting that game-winning shot, man. That made the win and them creeping back in the game feel so much better. Almost feels like we're exercising our demons this year by not being able to close out games for the past couple of years to actually, like being in that moment, man, and embracing it. It's almost like they live for that. When the game's coming down to the wire now, these guys they're getting excited more so than afraid, and I really like that, man. I like what I'm seeing. Very positive. They're confident, so that just lets me know they understand what they're doing, how to execute the game plan, and they feel like it best suits their skill set because everybody's completely confident in what they have to do in and out games. It would have been nice to see Devontae Graham hit that last free throw. Would have pretty much put it out of reach, probably so, but that didn't happen. But it was still even better to see B.I. hit that shot. So
yeah, it was fun watching it, man. B.I. finally, well, he's been doing a lot of big play these last several weeks, and for him to be able to put up a good performance like he did, help carry the day is big. Getting into the team statistics here, as you can see, the Pelicans were 42 out of 76 for 55.3% for the Pelicans, which was just terrific. Shooting from the field, the T-Wolves 42 of 86 for just under 49%. T-Wolves were 18 of 39 for 46.2% shooting the ball from downtown. Pretty good, but the Pelicans were a little better, 16 of 33 for 48.5% shooting the ball from downtown. So 55% from the field, 48.5% from downtown was pretty damn good. 23 of 31 by the T-Wolves at the charity stripe for 74.2%. Pelicans 28 of 37 for 75.7% in the game. Could have hit a higher, I'm pushing for that 79, 80 percentile, but we'll work with that. 38 rebounds by the Pelicans versus 32 by the adversaries. 33 assists, and Willie likes it over 30 to circulate that ball. They had 33 versus 27. The T-Wolves 11-6 on the steal ratio. Block battle is T-Wolves as well, 4-1. Pelicans had 21 turnovers, 35 points off those, 13 by the T-Wolves for 14 off of theirs. The Pelicans had the 28-8 fast break point and 48-44 on the points in the paint. Mm-hmm. So as you can see, the Pelicans did their thing. 13 was the largest lead by the Pelicans versus 3 by the T-Wolves. And of course, with that being said, the Pelicans do end up tying the season series with these guys. They played them 4 times. That was the last one to tie the season series at 2 apiece. DC, dig into the team statistics. Which numbers are eye-opening for you?
It's easy, Q, to see tonight. Like the eye-opening numbers is going to be obviously our shooting percentages, man. We shot 55% from the floor, shot 48% from the three-point line, bro. The Pels shooting 48% from the three-point line. That's almost like, something that's been our Achilles heel this year. So for us to do that, man, it's kind of hard to beat us when we're doing that, especially if we're going to turn around and take 33 three-pointers too and hit 16 of them. So it's all right there, man. The offense just had it going. You know what I mean? Devontae Graham actually didn't do a lot, but when the game started, he came out and kind of set the tone for the offense, man. He had 2 buckets, real aggressive, and everybody just kind of followed his lead after that, man. We were very efficient. The Jonas Valanciunas battle against Big Cat seemed to play out how it always does. He always seems to get the best of him. And we got him in foul trouble again, got him to get a tech again, along with this amazing shooting, Q. Man, you can't lose, bro. The only thing you look at and you would want to change would be us having those 21 turnovers. Obviously, if we cut down the turnovers, man, we blew these people out the building.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. That'd have definitely been the case there. 21 turnovers. And like I said, the Pelicans looked really good shooting this game. They've really looked in terms of their rhythm and having fun and everything. You know, they could see that they turned the corner in a lot of ways, man. There's a few more things we got to figure out. But outside that, I love the intensity and energy that they've been playing with. And since mid-December, the Pelicans are 6-3 in the Smoothie King
It
Center.
started a little bit
fine.
before that, I think, before mid-December. But
all right, let's give a big shout out to Young Sale. Thank you for your super chat there, Young Sale 777. Says someone really said Devontae was more clutch than BI. Please put some emphasis on that. Thank you, Young Sale.
I mean, I appreciate that, Young Sal, but my thing on being clutch, man, you either clutch or you're not. I don't get all of this somebody more clutch and less clutch. Or you either clutch or you're not. That's how I look at it, Q. Like you either somebody you could depend on down the stretch, or I can't. It's that simple. So that I don't really feel like it's a thing in being more clutch than somebody else. You're not necessarily more clutch because you hit more game winners this season or whatever. It's a lot of stuff that goes into that, you know, as far as being clutch, man. You can make a clutch defensive play, a clutch pass, you know what I mean? A clutch screen, you know, a block, a rebound, like, and you always seem to do that in the closing out of a game. So, I mean, let them idiots debate what they want to debate, Young Sal, man. People got their mind made up on saying stupid stuff like that. But BI and Devontae are both clutch. Like, it's enough room for both of them.
All right, DC and his feelings about
And now you're
something
talking
going
about
on.
the sports agency.
That
No, I ain't in my feelings, man. It's just always been a thing where they said BI not clutch. Like I was hearing that.
Well, that
when we first got him, and I
well
never really
that
bought
can't
into
be.
it.
Well, obviously, after watching him hit these shots over the last several games, you can definitely see that BI definitely has some clutch ability in them. I mean, he hit some daggers in this one here. But you know, people gonna always say crap about some of your players. Some of these guys are never going to be perfect, you know.
Right.
And listen, only thing I can say is that Bi putting this team on his shoulders, Big V, and several other players have stepped up. Willie Green his message is getting through loud and clear. It's only a matter of time before we make a few moves here to add to what we got to help us even further push this thing. So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff to be happy for if you the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? So I would steer away from all that negative commentary dealing with who this, that, and the third, man. Let's just win ball games. Who gives a damn? You see BI hitting the shots. Let's roll it. BI, speaking of BI, 33 points in 37 minutes, 11 of 19 from the field, 6 of 7. This man was 6 of 7 from downtown. He was perfect from the charity stripe, 5 of 5. Finished with 33 points, 9 assists, almost had a double-double, 4 rebounds in the game. He did have 5 turnovers. He also had a block in there, but he was the straw for the Pelicans tonight. Josh Hart with 21 points in 36 minutes. He finished with 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists for Josh Big Hart. Then, of course, you look at the rest of the guys, 14 from Herb Jones in 25 minutes of action. Herb did his thing, 13 from Big V in 28 minutes, 3 of 7. Not much shaking with Big V, 7 of 9 from the charity stripe. He had 13 and 12 with 5 assists for Big B. And, of course, 11 from Graham in the matchup. Did hit a big three-pointer. It was his only one, but he stepped into it with supreme confidence. 11 points for him in 32 minutes of action with 4 assists, 4 rebounds. And then, of course, off the bench, 13 from Jackson Hayes in 19 minutes. He was perfect. 5 of 5 from the field. Although he was 3 of 5 from the charity stripe, he had 13 points performances. Jackson Hayes continued to play well. 9 from 8 AW in 27 minutes. And off of 3 of 5 shooting, he was 2 of 3 from downtown. He finished with 9.6 assists and 2 rebounds for him. 6 from Clark in 6 minutes, a point a minute for him. 5 for Temple in the matchup as well. So with that being said, DC, Pelicans did what they were supposed to do in the matchup as the top scorers from the T-Wolves was Anthony Edwards. Stepped up and did his thing late. 28 points from him in 37 minutes of action. 26 from Karl Anthony Towns in 42 minutes of action. And then, of course, 18 from D'Angelo Russell and 18 off the bench from Beasley. Wasn't enough. Timberwolves lose and Pelicans stop their winning streak and get a good win there. So let's talk about the individuals.
Appreciate that. But before I do that, got to give Colton Banks shout out, man, for the $14 and that 1 penny. We appreciate the penny too. Brandon, slow first step Ingram with the game winner. I think he popping a few shots at you there, Big Q.
It's all good, brother. As long as we winning, it's all gravy.
That's right. You say that man had a mummy first step, bro. Now he's just blowing by everybody. What's going on, Q, bro?
Well, I could tell you, just like I've been telling you, DC. Every time I say something, you see what happened now.
Hey, you better quit playing with him, bro.
Nah, ain't no key. I better keep on talking. I better keep on talking. We got Paratrooper. Everybody we talk about, they playing better.
Well, we need to get back on our man. I'll start there with Devontae, man. Really like this dude, man. Just expect a lot more from him. I thought he started off the game great, but throughout the game, there was really a lot of spots where we could have used him. I mean, he was 3 for 9, went 4 for 5 from free throw line, missed a big free throw. It happens sometimes, but got your 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 11 points. Felt like I could have got a lot more from Devontae with that, man. He started off attacking and then just kind of settled for his 3 throughout the rest of the game, and he didn't really have it going. So, it'd been better to see him be more aggressive like he started the game. Maybe he's just that confident in his 3-point shot, the way he feel like he don't have to take mid ranges and floaters. But every once in a while he shows you that he got some stuff in that bag, man. He can do other things than just shoot 3-pointers. He's maybe not the floor general you would want him to be or that we need at times, but he's a scorer, man. The dude's a flat out scorer. And I just I like when he's aggressive and looks to do that outside of just shooting a 3-point shot, because when he does, he's so dangerous, man. Very dangerous. So really looking to get more from him. So just kind of more put on notice, guy. Maybe you could come up with some crazy stuff to say about Devontae, since you can't hate on BI first step no more. But moving on to the guys I like to give some praise to. You know what I mean? First off,
I thought that was Carlton talking shit, but you just puppeteering to Carlton's comment. Then you want slick
puppeteering? What you mean, man?
You just try to throwing little slick disses in that DC. Is that what this?
I didn't throw no disses.
You got to come up with another name.
I didn't throw no disses. You ain't got no shotgun. We not about to ski shoot. I ain't throw no disses, bro. That was. Let's talk about, man.
That is not the way. Peace is the way of Rastafarianism. Peace. What you're doing is totally not it's not the way. Carry on, my brother. Carry on.
That's not what you say in the production.
Carry on, my brother. Carry on.
That is not what you say in the production meetings. But go ahead, you popular roster shot. I hear you. But BI, man, with 37 minutes, 11 for 19 from the field, man. 6 for 7 from 3-point line. Good Lord. 5 for 5 from free throw line, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, and a block. Can't forget about his defense. Did have 5 turnovers, but I don't give a damn. B.I. had an amazing game, man. He was absolutely turned up. When we need him, he's been showing up the most. And I loved you guys have to go watch B.I.'s interview when he talks about his process with this and just his mind frame, man. It's a beautiful thing. All B.I. talked about was wanting to still improve. And he said him hitting this shot is proof to him that what he's doing has been working. So he wants to continue to get in the gym and work harder. I say, all right, B.I. Love
Makes
that,
sense
man.
to me.
He is not satisfied, and this brother will continue to get better. And I love that about him, man. He's always talking about ways to improve. And he talked about how he used to force shots down the stretch, Q.
Yeah, I
Talked
know.
about
I
how he
seen him.
used to force shots down the stretch. And
Yep.
he's been going away from that and just being focused on making the right play. And look what's happening. You're seeing beautiful basketball out of him. We've been seeing this potential in BI and saying things like that maybe he should do, you know, for some time now. It's just a beautiful thing to not have to say it no more, man, and see him doing it. You know what I mean? So that's right, Elton, bro. He just 24, right? Yeah, and the number 24 too. Ain't no coincidence, right? With Kobe. He went through Kobe training. And speaking of that, we move on to my next guy, who y'all probably not anticipating. I got to give NAW some love, man. Got to give him some love, man. It was a beautiful thing what I saw from NAW in that second unit. A lot of those dunks and stuff we were seeing from Jackson Hayes, NAW was doing small things like setting screens and stuff for him and making that happen. He also went out and only took 5 shots. I'm going to say that again, Q. NAW
I hear you.
only took 5 shots. He played 27 minutes. So what was he doing with his minutes? He was trying to catch the flow of the game and getting his teammates involved, man. You heard AD constantly talking about it, him playing under control and how dangerous he is when he plays like that. And you saw that last night. And I don't think it's a coincidence the way the bench played along with him and him doing what he did coincided with us having a very productive bench that night. You know, you got Clark out there hitting shots too, just to give a little shout out to him. You know what I mean? But you had the tandem NAW and Jackson Hayes. My other guy I got to talk about, you know, Jackson Hayes went out there, gave you 19 minutes, went 5 for 5. Amazing offensive game. Yeah, must have had like 3 dunks, so you know had people setting him up. But still, he went out there, executed, handled his business. Obviously, I never want to see Jackson Hayes with 1 rebound, but the brother played good last night, so I'm not going to harp on that too much. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, man. Brother went perfect from the field. It was definitely a big part of us getting that win. And just the intensity he has with his plays when he makes them, man. He really gets the crowd into it with his dunks and stuff. And he's been improving, Q. He's been improving every game. I think he's finding a niche or finding a way for himself. And he's making it real hard for us to go back to Billy Herman Gomez, man, and which I like him as well. But Jackson Hayes have been giving the Pelicans some real solid minutes, along with his defense, too. His defense has actually been pretty good as well. So it's not all about offense. It's the defensive side or the upside he has is tremendous as well. So shout out to Jackson Hayes. I ain't going to call him, man, a paratrooper like Big Q would do. Just call him by his name because he stayed grounded, Q. Well, he was kind of flying, but he was more like what you call that place where you
He
take
did
kids
good.
and they jump on the trampoline. He was doing that. He had the
Trampoline
parachute
park.
on.
I mean,
Yeah.
the guy did what he was supposed to do. I got to give it to him. Keep doing what you're doing, young fella.
He did. I
Keep
got 2
doing
more
it.
guys, bro. 2 more guys, and we
Damn, goddamn.
It was a good win, Q.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, DC.
Good
My
win,
bad.
man.
I thought
Damn,
you.
bro, stop hating.
I'm not.
Chill.
I'm just saying. I thought you had more than that. You gonna read the stats? There's no need for you to read the stats, are there? No.
If it's good stats, somebody want to repeat it. You know, gotta let the people know, man.
Go ahead, DC. I'm
You
listening,
get
bro.
in your broadcaster mode, man, and you fly right through it. I gotta put some emphasis on
bro,
it, bro.
let's keep it moving,
Gotta
man.
sprinkle some
Go ahead,
salt in there, man.
Sprinkle some salt. Yeah, you're
It's
right.
either that or you gonna sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here like Dave Chappelle. We ain't gonna do that.
Nah, we ain't gonna mess around.
All right.
Well,
Jose Alvarado, man. Jose Alvarado. Again, the stats don't show everything with this guy, man. Playing tenacious D, getting up in people's faces, turning up the intensity of our bench, man. He's definitely an energy guy, Q. He was giving Pat Beverly some kind.
I know boy.
This boy was great to see.
Yeah,
Pat Beverly get pissed off for once.
I mean, you know what? That was to watch him.
Might have our crazy guy.
To see him how he was reacting to Beverly, because Beverly usually gets inside the guy's eyes. Nah, that literally got him more into it.
That, man.
As
I
opposed to
appreciate him doing
KLJ.
that. Do it for Kyra, man, because I don't like what
Yeah, do it
Pat
for
Bev did to
KLJ
Kyra.
because KLJ can't do it for his damn self.
Right.
So I mean, that's good to see that he did that, man. And that was cool. Yeah, I got you, Tasha. Says Nike, you know.
I'm reading right now, Tasha. What you talking about? I'm reading all the stats.
Dude, you just mentioned the numbers, DC. Go ahead, bro. Finish up. Go ahead. I'm listening. I'm with you. Jose Alvarado. I got you.
Jose Alvarado, man. Jose Alvarado. Love the intensity, energy, and effort. His minutes to me are very impactful. He hit a 3 the other night too. You know, he missed the other 2 after that, but he got 3 assists, man. He had a nice dime to Jackson Hayes right under the basket too, man. Real pretty play. And he's kind of finding his niche, man, and kind of fitting in where he belongs, man. And he's finding a way to stay on the floor. You know what I mean? Dude got a little banged up and, you know, showed heart, came back out there and continued the ball, man. So shout out to him. And the last guy, bro, the quick mention to Herb Jones. Obviously, you know, Herb always do his thing. So shout out to Herb every game. One of our most consistent guys on the team. But the last guy I got to give some props to is Josh, Mr. Big Heart, as you call him, brother. Man, you see a total different team when he's out there, Q.
Yeah.
We look totally different than we did the other game in Toronto when we didn't have him.
Yep.
This is a different team with Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart is hitting his stride, bro. I almost regret the contract we gave him, man. I wish we would have signed him for like 6 years or something. You know, I really don't want to see Josh Hart traded. I know we get into that time of the year. His name's going to be in trade talks and this and that.
I don't think you have to worry about that, DC.
I don't want him gone, man. I want us to keep Josh Hart. I love his vibe, his energy, as well as his game. He just fits this team, man. He fits like a glove. He goes in there and he finds out what he needs to do and he does it, man. Josh Hart, he went and gave you 21 points. He gave you 9 rebounds. He gave you 5 assists, and then he got a steal too. And we miss him when he's not out there, man. This is our secondary, thirdary, whatever you want to say, facilitator. And the offense runs so much more fluid when Josh Hart is able to do his thing, pick his spots where he can go, what he calls it kamikaze mode, you know what I mean, and do his he going to the right, but it looked like he going to the left. Finish at the basket, man. Mr. Josh Big Heart, excellent game, excellent player, excellent season, man. So shout out to him. Now we can go to previewing the what you call them? The Killers? The Clippers?
The Clippers.
The Clipper Killers. We the Clipper Killers?
We obviously are. We've beaten
man.
them twice already.
Clipper
Thank you, brother Jalil. Said, who that nation let us feast on some fried wolf meat, fam. Brandon
right.
King
That's right, Jalil.
And Hart Zion and Herb for the chip 2024. Thank you, brother Jalil.
All right,
for your super chat,
2024.
bro.
How we gonna win it all? I like that, Jalil.
All right, let's move along, man. This is the matchup right here with the Clippers and the Pelicans. Clippers currently on the 2-game winning streak, fam. So I got a good win over Denver the other day, and now they coming here to the Smoothie King Center tomorrow, matter of fact, Thursday night to take on the Pelicans. It'll be a 7 p.m. Central time tip-off. The Clippers are 21-21, sitting up at 500. And it's 7-9 away. Pelicans are 15-26, 9-11 at home as we continue to get better here, moving that thing. Right, like I said, the season series right now, the Pelicans own the Clippers currently, beating them in both of the 2 previous matchups. We have 2 more matchups to go with this club, and right now, like I said, they're coming into the Smoothie King Center, riding high on a 2-game winning streak. Top scorer right now, with all the injuries that they're dealing with, is Reggie Jackson, averaging almost 17 points a game on 38.6% shooting from the field. Zubac is their top rebounder with 8 a game. And guess who? Chief Bleeding Soul leads them right now with assists 4.2 and almost 27 minutes of action. BI is the man leading the Pelicans and scoring with 23 a game on 44.7% shooting from the field. And he's a top assist man with 5 a game from BI and 34.6 minutes. And then, of course, Big V's the top rebounder with 12 a game for Big V. So Ingram, Big V, and the rest carrying the Pelicans. Clippers dealing with a lot of injuries. Currently Kennard, Winslow, Hartenstein, and a few more people are listed out for the Clippers. It's going to be a tough one. Like I said, they've basically on a 2-game winning streak with wins over Atlanta and Denver. Pelicans are doing their thing as well, looking to kind of build on that streak and add to it. Like I said, 2 previous matchups, Pelicans beat them 94-81, pretty good. Then the last one knocked their asses off 123-104. This one, the Pelicans looking for just domination here, as you can see in the Pacific Standing. Clippers sit 4th at 21-21 in the Pacific standings, and of course in the Southwest, the Pels are 15-26. They're a half a game behind the Spurs, who are currently falling through the floor. 3-game losing streak, a win and a loss by the Spurs pushes San Antonio down, and the Pelicans up as we continue trending in the correct direction. All right, so with that being said, DC, we've laid out the statistics here. Let's have at it. Who gets the win? How do we get the win?
I think the Pels definitely get this win, but we got to do what Minnesota claims they did coming out the mouth of Big Cat. He said, we came in here and thought it was going to be sweet and get a victory, Q. I don't know why the hell they thought it was going to be sweet playing against us.
No.
Tough as these damn games be, he got amnesia or something, Q. I don't know what the hell wrong, Big Cat.
Right. I told you been through that gauntlet, though, DC. That's the thing. And that's what I was saying early on when we had those matchups against Phoenix and Golden State and all that. Pelicans and getting that win there with them out, we went through a gauntlet of sorts, man, that kind of hardened your skin to get ready for teams like Minnesota and the Clippers and stuff like that. So, I mean, that was even though we didn't like how the schedule played out, but that's a positive effect of what happened.
Right. So I think as long as we go in there, don't fall asleep at the wheel, you know what I mean? We go ahead and get this win, man, because they just, they missing Paul George. They're missing Kawhi.
Yeah.
So you got a team where you're going to feature, or your primary guy is going to pretty much be Reggie Jackson. You know what I mean? Who can score the ball? Make no doubt about it. But just feel like once you start going to that bench, it's just not enough, man. It'll take a monumental collapse from us, or just an insane offensive game or something from them that nobody saw coming to pull out a victory here. We're actually the more talented team. We're a healthier team right now, and we're probably playing better basketball too at this time. So I'm not necessarily going to say this should be an easy game against the Clippers, because it is the Clippers, and them dudes still got pride and they got heart. I think they're going to come out there and fight. But we should be able to get this victory, man, without, I guess, playing like we had to play against Minnesota. It should be a little easier than that. And this is also a team that NAW, for whatever reason, just seems to love to play against, man. He plays good against the Clippers. So maybe his minutes be something that can spark hopefully a blowout. Hopefully we finally get a blowout in here. You know what I mean? But if not, be happy with the win, because it still is a good squad. They don't have their stars, but they still have some good role players, some guys who know what they're supposed to do, that go out there and do it, such as Zubac, Reggie Jackson. You got Marcus Morris, who we both would love to be a Pelican. Even, I hate to say it, Mr. Bleeding Sore has been giving them decent minutes at times over there. So I'm sure he would love to try to rain on our parade after everything that happened here this year, and him talking about he don't understand why people in New Orleans didn't like him.
Too crazy, man.
But
that's like Gentry, though. That's stupid catching. It's like what Gentry was saying, and when he went on network television when the Pelicans canned his sorry ass, and talking about he didn't know why he got fired. Oh, you didn't know why you got fired? Remember, we did a whole show on that. Man.
4 losing seasons out of 5. You didn't know why
I had to remember that show, boy. That was a fun show with me yelling at the mic.
Man, I still talk to people sometimes, bro, and they say Alvin Gentry got done wrong. He shouldn't have got fired. I'm like, man, what the hell was y'all watching? That's
program. That's just they regurgitating talking points to Steven. That's the same verbiage. It's just parrots, man. Come on, critical think for a second, people. Come on.
Right.
And I know most of the family members that listen to Pelican Postgame Report are critical thinkers. That's what I love, critical thinkers. That's what I throw. I don't, I'm not promoting people to be parroted thinking, because what they're telling you is exactly what Stephen A. Smith said verbatim. So I mean, that's just bad programming. But he was fired. The man was fired because he was a loser. I mean, we sit up here and did shows for years for the Pelican Post Game Report. We've been doing the Pelican Post Game Report about the same time frame as we've been doing the Sports Coma. All of that. It's all in the same vein of time. And we were talking about it then. We was going off on it then. I was going off on how Gentry should have been the man. But yes, indeed, he was fired justly. He was supposed to be fired several years prior than when he was actually fired, to be honest with you. And I've said that countless times.
You only think we should have had him for 2 years?
No, he should have been fired. He should have been fired. His time, it don't take you long to figure out.
When you got Tim Frazier as your starting backguard, and
I don't want to hear all that stuff.
Dante Cunningham is just smart.
Man, listen, forward, I don't want to hear all that, man, because he had Elvin Gentry at times. You knew he was not the guy. Yeah. It was a bad coaching hire. It was a bad fit. And he had the 1 year, and you know how they won that year. You can contribute a lot of that to Rajon Rondo, because Rondo was out there waving off his substitutions, telling them what to do, all of that. He was and Gentry was breaking up the game at the wrong time. Get up, start calling timeouts and stuff, or trying to make adjustments when you wasn't supposed to. And Rondo doing this. I remember all of that, man. All of that. Rondo waving off his substitution, saying, no, coach, no, do this. Remember that? So, I mean, like I said, the man was...
Gentry was smiling and listening.
He was, most of the time, he probably was tipsy as hell. But anyway, the bottom line is, the thing is, he was justly fired, man. He should have been fired a couple of years prior to when they actually fired him, to be honest with you. He should have been gone. He shouldn't have been given an extension on the back of a losing-ass season because they had injuries. That's not a reason to keep your sorry ass. Like, right now, no. Oh, no. You can take a look at him and see whether they're hitting on something or not.
We don't have injuries right now, and the Pelicans are playing good. You
but you got a good coach.
When they don't have no injuries.
But you know how you see you got a good coach to know how to navigate around that, don't you?
Yeah, we ain't have to battle no injuries this year.
You don't have. Oh, you didn't have to battle no injuries this year.
Willie Green did all this with a full healthy roster.
DC, I think you're drinking out of the same flask as Elvin Gentry. He drinking Radiator fluid right now.
God
what he
damn,
doing?
You see the man drinking Radiator fluid.
Radiator fluid, boy. That's that Heavenly Hill, boy. That pulled grease right up off the old grease. Old grease.
Well, I mean, man, his inside should just be clean as a whistle, then, Q.
Oh yeah, they clean all right. They clean all right. If anybody need me, I'll be at home drinking. Oh, we already know. I've been saying that.
He had to tell about us that we already knew that.
You sent me that article. I said, man, I already know, man. I've been saying this for years. But anyway, the reality is, listen, you got a coach in Willie Green. He has a young squad, which is something we were preaching about, to have a young coach that can help grow, who can grow with the team. And Willie is a guy you can see after all of that losing that we did in December and prior to that when we was losing all those games, that Willie got him on the right path. You can see him getting upset at one of the games for BI and all them studying film together. BI taking a team as his own. And that's the great philosophy. It's like, okay, let's just pretend like Zion doesn't exist right now, which is pretty much what I was saying last year, man. Put that guy out of your mind. And we got enough players, and you can add one or two more, do a trade to help out your bench if you need be. But the Pelicans are finding talent. Alvarado is a guy that's gutsy. You know, you found him. You found you look how good that Straight Jacket Jones has developed. Look what he became. Look at Josh Hart.
I mean, look at Clark.
Right.
Clark don't do nothing but hit open shots, bro.
Right. Look at this. Look what you
there was almost break his knee out there. But.
Right. Look what we done came up on. They got a bunch of upstarts there, man. And as long as we can, keep doing what we're doing, man, the Pelicans should be able to take care of business. VB right. Saints Pell lady said, Flockers, be sure to vote 3 times 5 Pels as All-Stars NBA.com, the NBA app, and Twitter. Right in Herb and Josh. Thank you, VB baby. Thank you for that. Always really intelligent with that great commentary on the Pelicans. And yeah, we got to get our people in there because they're going to try to stiff them one way or the other. Don't look past, the Pelicans not a winning team, so y'all don't get but one person. You know how that go, DC. But yeah, you're right. Let's put them in there, get them guys in there. Herb Jones is phenomenal. And we just, you know what? Trigger Trey Murphy is another
that's
guy.
Cool, bro. Come on, Tasha, bro. That's cool. She talking about I think Alvin Gentry got Botox in his lips.
Yeah, he getting them
Goddamn,
in his
Tasha,
eyes.
bro.
He getting the shots of Heavenly Hill in his
If
eyes.
if he did, he ain't feel a goddamn thing. We all know that.
Boy, that glassy eyed as a dog standing up there. Glassy eyed man enjoying himself. I've never been a part of a bad win. A bad luck.
Yeah, he said a bad win. He said he ain't never been a part of a bad win. Ain't no such thing as a
All
bad
my
win.
30-something odd years, I've never been a part. I'm like, here you go. Here you go.
I ain't
But
gonna lie
anyway,
to Q. He had some classic sound bites though.
yeah, he
Classic,
was.
bro.
He
They
was
timeless, bro.
But the thing is, like
This
we
is
were
a
saying,
dumpster fire. Man, I'm gonna be 80 years old and still remember that shit, bro.
that was fun, man. That was some of the we were laughing now, but we wasn't laughing then. Boy, I was baking. How terrible they were. But anyway,
it wasn't funny then.
No, it wasn't funny, bro, at all.
But
But
we
anyway,
got Zion. It was hilarious to me then after we got Zion.
I mean, listen,
laughing
bro.
my ass off.
But the thing, the cool part about the whole situation, like the Pelicans, and I said it, like Pelicans have enough to win games without Zion Williamson. Put them out of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Just put them out of your mind. Look how BI is taking this team as his own. Big V has grown in his role. Graham, I think maybe one or two more moves, and you see it incrementally moving along with Graham. But if we can get a little bit more from Graham per game, I think that would help out. But Alvarado's a guy, defensive minded, passionate DC. We said we need a guy off the bench. He ain't afraid to attack the cup. He hits his shots down. He started to hit some of the shots. His defense is there. And I just love that intensity. It's like that Josh Hart, Herb Jones type of stuff. And Jose has a bit of that temperament. Love is show, and people are on him now. The reporters are on him now. Well, over the last couple of games, they've been mentioning him. And Coach Willie, he is making an impact. But
we got really, one more too, Q. We got Didi. Didi gonna be coming back, man.
Oh my goodness. Okay, DC. I know you're
man,
a big guy for Didi. I got you. But let me just say this before you start giving the whole love fest.
He plays defensively like that too, is what I'm getting at.
I know,
man.
DC. You
he has some of that same intensity.
And the only thing he does is just smile because he doesn't know any English. But
come on, man. Come on, man. That man talk. What you talking about? You need to stop all that hating, Q. Q, stop it, bro. The Luka stopper. The Luka stopper.
DC the manager do this.
That man talk, bro. I done heard him talk.
You want some chicken? Oh, you want no chicken?
This dude crazy, man. All right. Looking forward to when Didi come back, bro, and have a good game when he get his interview. And that man be speaking good English.
All right, DC, I got you, bro. I got you, okay? I'm just messing with you. But anyway, listen, this is the thing about Jose Alvarado that I'm talking about and that was with Pat Beverly. Now, you know, Jose is a new player in the league, man, coming into this thing.
Right.
Pat Beverly talking this stuff. But I love how old Jose was doing this thing, how he wasn't letting Beverly get in his head. Now, I love that. Because, you know, if that was your dog, KLJ, you know what I'm saying? He been up under the bench shaking. You know, Pat Beverly told me some stuff. I'm still messed up. Now, you just go over there and sit down there, get your blanket, Linus. But Jose did his thing, man.
What's wrong with you tonight? You called a man Linus.
Jose,
hey, hold up, bro. You're not gonna speed ball past that.
Jose is not playing.
You call KLJ Linus?
Say, bro, listen.
Come on, Q. That man hurt, bro. He off limits, bro.
No, listen, bro. I ain't talking about him being hurt. I'm talking about I'm going back in time dealing with the game. I'm thinking it might have been a mental pain before the physical came
tonight, bro.
Hey, listen, bro, I'm keeping the trail in the butt. You don't need to tell I'm gonna keep it trail. All I'm saying is that at the end
Linus though, Q. Goddamn, bro. It's pretty drastic.
Bro, only thing that man was missing was the security blanket.
Damn blanket and hide.
Man, the only thing he was missing was the security blanket. That's all he did. He all up under the thing, shaking and shit. Man, what's wrong, KLJ? Big Pat Beverly said something to me. But Jose Alvarado ain't doing that, man. Jose Alvarado was saying, "What you saying again?" Or tell me again. And he was all up and see. And then Pat Beverly was like, "You know what? This is not working."
Pat Beverly I was trying to at Jose to elbow him, bro, and bust his head open, bro.
You see, but that's the thing. It's certain guys you can't talk to because you're doing the opposite effect. You're supposed to be talking them out of their game, but instead you talking them into his game, and he gets quieter and quieter. And I know Pat Beverly don't get quiet much, but he ain't gonna talk as much to a guy that he's fueling them up. So I mean, I got to give Jose because that takes a lot of mental fortitude here, and that's something that this guy is undrafted. He's basically in there doing this thing. He's trying to make an impact, and he's making an impact. But that's been one of our searing critiques of KLJ is that he up here. He got to get tougher because guys like Pat Beverly will not give you any quarter. They're gonna come at you and they're gonna talk about your mama, your sister, your everything to get you up out of your game.
Right.
And you're going to have to use that as fire. Besides knocking him upside his head, you're going to have to step your game up.
I think that's exactly
so
what
I
he's
like
going
what
to
he
do,
did.
man. That little brother seems to be somebody, he gets in the situation and slowly but surely he just starts to adapt. So I think we're going to be perfectly fine with KLJ. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think after that game, we faced them again. I don't remember if Pat Beverly played. KLJ wasn't hurt, and I think he played pretty decent that game.
Yeah,
I'd
he
have to
did.
pull up the stats.
He
went, and I think
he was hearing from
he
the
already
nation on
conquered that, man. He conquered that. We had the second game. I remember us giving him a little help with getting the ball, up the court. Though we didn't put him in that situation where Pat Beverly kind of broke him down like that last time, and he actually had a decent game, man. So shout out to him for the tenacity. I know we was just laughing at him about the other game, but I think he did redeem himself on that second game. And you're right, though. We need to see a little bit more nastiness from him. He's such a nice guy.
Good guy.
He's a real good guy.
He's
man.
a good dude, man. And that's what KLJ is.
Extremely talented, man. I love to see that aggression come out.
I mean, you do see it. You do see it because he listens. Because he did say the haters and all that. And I said, look, KLJ.
I love when he said that. We quoted that, man.
Right. And I was
tell him, KLJ.
Yeah, and the thing is, listen, bro. People, is some critiques that you're gonna get that you can tell a difference between whether or not it's hate or whether it's something that you can use in your game. Right. And we pick, and sometimes we'll talk about yellow Najis and stuff like that, but we love our squad.
Just want
man.
them to play better, man.
Yeah, man. Come on, you representing us, so don't get all up into your feelings about it. You're not hitting them 3-pointers right. You ain't hitting them shots, and you kind of sitting back doing what a lot of us doing. You just sitting there spectating. You just got a better seat. You got a front row seat. You up there spectating. Let me go ahead and pass this ball and go stand in the corner over here. Y'all ready for me?
Well, according to Josh Hart, that's exactly what Stan Van Gundy would tell everybody to do. Go stand in the corner and watch Zion. Shit.
Yeah, go stand in the corner. That's why he out here watching the game too. But the kid should be. I like KLJ. Just like I said, he had to add some more aggression to his game. He got too much talent and too much speed. That guy, if he makes up his mind, he could be the fastest guy in the NBA from end to end. Man, nobody can stand in front of him if he make up his mind. Like, I'm gonna get here. I'm about to go and get this layup right now, and I don't give a damn. And then you got like I was like, man, KLJ had small forwards and power forwards guarding them. Obvious mismatches, dog. You gonna go around that dude, or what you gonna do? And then you just pass out of it and go stand in the corner.
I think his knee.
Attack!
It's gonna be a blessing for him, though, Q, because for one,
cut that out prior to the injury.
Huh?
Cut that out. That was prior.
No. I'm not saying nothing about what you said. I'm just moving on to say something about him while you was talking. Made me think of something. I'm thinking his knee getting hurt is going to turn out being a blessing for him, because right now he's sitting around, can't move a lot. You know what I mean? He's probably going to gain some weight. You know what I mean? He probably going to put on maybe 10 pounds or so. Just being, you're inactive. Your knees hurt. You can't run like that.
Yeah, I know that. You're going to put on 10 pounds?
I don't know. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. I picked a nice number I wish could happen.
5 pounds, yeah. Decent.
He's going to put on some weight. Anyway,
he can afford it. He can afford it.
Any weight on KLJ will help.
Right. He can definitely afford it.
Secondly, him, when he comes back, he's not going to be able to use his speed in the same way at first, right? So KLJ problem to me was he was trying to do everything full speed. As he started playing better, we noticed that he would kind of like slow down and lull people to sleep a little bit, and then you get the speed on him.
Well, I don't know if this is worth anything, but Chief Bleeding Soul was the one that told him that he need to slow down.
But hey, he was right. He was right, man. Man, damn, a broke clock right twice a day, Q. Man could be right. He was wrong about other shit, but he was right about that. So
listen, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm gonna just let you have that one.
I'm gonna take whatever Willie Green told him, because that's when I saw it real.
That's what I'm about to try to tell you.
When
yeah.
Willie Green was talking to him.
With the chief be wrong, man.
But yeah, man. So him not being able to rely on his speed, I think is gonna open up other avenues of his game and force him to learn other skill sets that maybe he hasn't I wouldn't say learned before, but fully focused on and try to harness to the best of his ability. Because that fast as that dude is, man, he'll walk in cheat code with that speed, Q. So
that's my point. My point is if you got the speed and the guy in front of you can't stand in front of you, that's an easy basket. Get to the basket.
But you still got to know how to use it, though, man.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he did a pretty decent job of doing it when his mind was, because he'll collapse the defense and find a shooter for a better shot, for a wide open 3-point shot, which is, he did that from time to time. But anyway, yeah, you're right on KLJ. Didi Lazard is another dude that should be coming back.
Yeah, he will be,
see
man.
what he is. So
Looking
we'll see what Didi looks like.
Everybody look different under Willie, Q. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the same players look totally different under a different coach. So I would think it'd be the same thing for it's different. He looks different. It's not in a good way, but he looks totally different under Willie Green. Then he looked at
I don't think Willie put all the shoe polish on him yet. Get to knock some of that Van Gundy off of him yet. But yeah, he's still a bit hesitant since he gets out there. He don't really get that time.
He don't get a lot of minutes. So I think Najee, we're not really gonna see what has become of him or him make a transition
until an injury occur. We don't really want to see that.
Hurt, so.
Yeah, and we really.
And then I mean, if he keep playing how he playing, and Gary Clark keep playing how he playing, it that shit might not even pan out.
Nah,
Gary Clark might get a full spot in jump Najee.
Clark is doing what we want our wings to do.
He's a smart player too, Q. I see him out there. He know what he's doing, bro.
Yeah,
he's not very athletic. That's his only knock. He's not athletic.
But that's how he gets above the non-athleticism is where to be. Man. Yeah, he know what he's doing. And plus, he knocking the shots down. So that was a good pickup for the Pelicans to get that guy.
That boy do the slowest crossover in the world, Q, and still fooled the man. It was a slow ass crossover.
Yeah, I know. I seen that. I was like, how did he do that shit there? That ball must have been partial.
That shit was magic, Q.
Like, what the heck?
It was slow and it worked. I said, wow.
It did. Yeah, that just goes to show you. Well, anyway, listen, fam, that's going to do it for the show, man. I appreciate you guys for joining. We'll be back tomorrow right after the matchup with the LA Clippers. Being the Smoothie King Center, the Pelicans can get the third win of the season against the Clippers, and then one more, and we'll be able to shut them out on a year. A lot of injuries with the Clippers, but you all know, man, that just because these guys are banged up don't necessarily mean that they'll be easy pickings. We still got to battle with these guys and be able to get them up out of here and get on our own.
Some of the most dangerous sometimes, bro.
They are. Like they said, they beat Denver. They were able to get that win over Denver and surprise a lot of people. No, they ain't gonna lay down. They're gonna fight you every minute. So with that being said, man, listen, I appreciate y'all for joining in on tonight's stream. Much love with y'all. Please feel free to hit the like button if you hadn't already hit it. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already hit it. And feel free to share these shows link in your social media feed with other Pelican faithful as well. So with that being said, we'll return tomorrow and we'll recap the Pelicans win over the Clippers. And Chief Bleeding Sore makes his New Orleans return. So the Chief is coming back, and we'll be able to hopefully get a win on them in the Smoothie King Center. So DC, I'll see you then, and I'll see the rest of the family members then as well. Much love to y'all.
Flockers.
And Gold Pails.
to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.